welcome to Clockwise Thoughts. We just gonna jump into it real quick because today is a great day in history, not only for women, especially, but Black women, Asian women, just women in general. But of course, I'm Scout. This is Black.
What's going on, everybody?
So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna start with congratulations, President Biden, Vice President Harris.
Oh, you can drop that elect part now, not president
Yeah,
elect. Okay, okay,
yes.
okay, okay,
So I'm
okay,
gonna
okay.
drop that. But as one of my homeboys from Mississippi said, the disrespect. Let the disrespect. That's the first thing what I'm gonna start off with. Understanding that all your trials, your efforts, everything what you was trying to do did not work. You're gonna do one more disrespectful act and leave way in the early mornings and hop on Marine One and get up out of here.
Hmm.
You did not even want to, remotely stay and do like presidents did before you.
Yeah. Hey, man, the man
but,
got
uh,
his
but
own style, bro. He got his own
true,
style.
but you still. I'm sorry, you reaping what you sowed. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know, if you got to watch everything what went on today, but when you have news stations, major stations, ABC, CBS, NBC, and you have these nationally recognized reporters saying, "Thank God the presidential tweet is gone. We can get back to the normal business of things, the normal boring business of things." Um, um, I don't, because when the first time, I thought it was a fluke. Because the first time I heard it was earlier, way earlier today, and the news reporter said, we can get back to boring politics of, we put certain people in positions off of a vote. What the people have to put them people in that position, and we do politics. We don't have to have the world's concern of what's the next move. Did the president tweet it? And I was like,
Yeah.
did wait a minute? Did that just okay? I know this is covered worldwide. Did it? The reporter just say that? So I thought it was a fluke until I changed to the next channel just to get a break from one, change to the next channel. I kid you not even 5 minutes later, a different reporter said, "Yep, well, what do you have to say about it?" "Hey, man, the presidential tweet is gone." Pretty much piggyback the exact same thing.
Yeah, they do
Which
that.
one
Trust me, they do
I
that. Like they all
said,
read off the same script.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
was like, okay. And then before long, it was up to three reporters, and I said, um, evidently they all had a meeting
No, you're
and called.
noticing. No, you're no,
Yeah.
you're noticing that one thing. No, what it is you're noticing that one thing that a lot that you can't notice unless you can see multiple places at once. What I mean by that is, you know how, excuse me, as far as news, you have your Fox affiliate, your CBS, your NBC affiliate, things of that nature. And each one of these stations, they have their regularly scheduled local news program. It was I forgot if it was, I think it was ABC or NBC, but it was funny. The same message was literally delivered through all of the local news affiliates throughout the country for that one outlet. They all came and basically word for word read off the same message. So yes, they all do sit
Yes.
down and
And
they
I was
all
like,
do echo the same thing. That is what happens.
like it oh, I was like,
Yes,
okay.
you put your CBS affiliate and my CBS affiliate of local news on at the same time, and I guarantee you, we'll literally hear them like they're reading the exact same script. That is what happens. Yes.
But it was hilarious. I said, oh, okay.
Yeah, because everybody was calling what
Um,
happened in Washington on the 6th an insurrection, like word for word to Fan Fox put a montage on it. Everybody calling it insurrection. So you know what I mean.
uh,
But that's the thing though. Repetition it hammers the point home. If everybody's saying it, trust me, you
yes.
get the message
But
across.
my thing was,
That's
I say
politics.
this. I will honestly say this. I wish a God given wish Stuart Stott was still alive because I would have loved to hear what he was saying. Because, Stuart came with his own, you know, way of how delivering. And I could just imagine during one of tonight's game of, well, you know,
Well,
Donald
I
was
mean,
coated the other side of the pillow the way how he left this morning. He's just cooler. Then the other side of the pillow, he just dipped.
if you looking at it as commentary from what's going on in that regard, check out Roland Martin Unfiltered. You get something similar to that. When a man literally says that, I think he said something to the effect of the Dems need to play for the Republicans. No Vaseline, cause that's what's about to happen. I was like,
Oh my,
wow.
oh
I
my.
was like,
But
wow.
but all jokes aside, um,
We got a new president, man. It is what it is. We got a
yes,
new president.
well,
Yes,
yes,
yes.
new president. Either way, if you love it, like it, lump it, it's
Mm-hmm.
too late. It's here, and I will also say this: the first, regardless of race, of anything, the first female VP ever.
Yeah.
Um, I will say this: all them jokes that they said about Mrs. Clinton when she was running, if she can't handle, you know, Mr. Bill in his endeavors, how in the world can she run a country? Just to paraphrase it.
Well, we
Uh,
about to find out because Kamala gonna be running the
yeah,
country soon enough.
yeah. So, I'm sorry if people don't like it. I understand everyone has their opinion, but it ain't even been a
Mhm.
full day, and
And that man
this,
already got the pen going. He already got the pen
yes,
going. Already
11,
got the pen going.
11 already. And it ain't been a break, so you know,
Yeah, he's
and
he's he's repealing a lot of the executive orders that Donald Trump
oh yeah,
laid in. Um, I believe one of the ones he's extending the federal eviction freeze, so I know it's going to help a couple people out. One thing I will say though is he did halt the Keystone XL pipeline, which
oh yeah, because he
that's
looked into that.
going
He
to
said, wait a
that's
minute.
going to get gas prices and things to go up, although drilling would probably be harmful to the environment. So when you back in the
Yeah,
whole Green New Deal, you can't be doing stuff that's detrimental to the health of the environment. Now it's going to cost, of course. I mean, like you go to Whole Foods, you go to any grocery store or whatnot. Organic, quote unquote, is going to cost you more anyway. So
yes,
you do
it
understand that
is.
that's how the scale tips. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're headed.
But the thing what I liked most of everything leading up today,
Mm-hmm.
President Biden said one thing. He said I used to work next door to the Oval where my office was, and now he's in the Oval. But he said,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest, he thought his son would be there, not him, his son,
Mm-hmm.
because he said I've already, you know, I've already been on this stature. Even though it was a vice president thing, he said I've been here, and he said now I'm at the top now. It's just like basically he was saying, okay, for 8 years, you know, everyone said I really didn't do too much, or I just let President Obama handle his thing. He said, okay, but now I'm here.
Well,
I got
yeah,
someone stronger than me behind me, and I'm here.
and you can make the decisions. You know what I'm saying? You have the
Yes.
ability to make the decisions.
So
So you know what I mean. We got to give him. We got to give him. You know, some time. I think how do they used to measure it out? Like the first 100 days or whatever. They try to see what you're trying to get
right,
across.
but
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 like I
that's the
said, you
thing.
know,
He
even
he
before the
he
day
wants
started,
to.
before the day ended today, you got 11 presidential orders that he's trying to sign in. It's like the dude is moving. I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing. I just know the dude is moving.
His dinner supposed to started at 8. It's still, last time I checked, still really ain't going on now. It's
Hmm.
somewhat getting underway now. Supposed to started at 8. This is how much you can see. This man is like, nah, can't wait, can't waste
No.
the moment. Some things got to change.
Hmm.
You know,
He
so
ain't playing. He ain't playing. I mean, hell, they're going to actually, I believe, have an impeachment trial, which the Senate Republicans, they look like they're in favor of. So,
yeah, so better be able to hold on. Um, the other thing that really also caught me, uh, he walked the last remaining mile and a half, or maybe 2 miles. He walked, talked to Gail, talked to Al, talked to another uh, renowned anchor, let the people seen the rest of his kids, his grandkids, his great grandkids. So, and so, you don't got to be afraid, basically.
mhm,
Don't get me wrong, security was one of the highest dealt in any inauguration that we've ever seen.
mhm.
That, because it had to be,
Well,
it had to be.
there were messages circulating the internet that in the state capitals there would be riots and protests to to display the displeasure of him being sworn into office. Now,
Yeah.
thankfully, I don't believe any of that happened. I haven't heard from everywhere in the country, but to my knowledge, as I know it now, that hasn't happened. So I'm really appreciative of that. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's gonna have to make a stand.
And I also like the fact the one security officer that led the rioters in the Capitol building, this man got a promotion, and he led the VP in to the White House. So you go from security to, I guess, personal
An
security
escort.
now. I really don't know what his title changed to. Not yet. But you know that instant recognition, and they took the time out to include that of, oh, no, we're going to acknowledge and show faith when things are done, and that's what they end up doing. So it was just okay. He's steadily moving on, steadily going on. But like how you said, within the first 160 days.
No, just 100, just 100. I think that's how they usually
Oh,
try to measure
well,
what are you getting
okay,
accomplished in the first
well,
100.
well,
But
within
as
the
you
first
said,
100 days, this
I
this
mean,
man ain't even
again,
been through day one yet.
within the first 100 hours, he already like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
we good. Okay, all that stuff that happened didn't happen. We good.
Right.
You know,
So we're
but
gonna see. He got a lot of things to get across, a lot of views to help change back,
mm,
or I won't. Okay, I'll rephrase that. Not to change back, to take this country into a place where we have not been. And what I mean by that, don't get me wrong, no discredit to President Obama in his 8 years. I won't say that because change did happen, and then
mm-hmm,
this last little bit. But these two that's in here now, we have not had an interracial mix in a while. Last 4 years, basically. But
Yeah.
for when you have a man and a woman both in there, okay, it's like a perfect political marriage, I guess you would say. Of saying, okay,
I can see that.
she's out and about. She sees what President Biden don't see. They're gonna have a conversation. Then
So you're
hopefully they
saying
decide to
basically
move
she's the.
forward.
So you say she's basically the legs on the ground, is what you're saying?
Oh yeah, yeah. Cause
Okay.
she made some things very clear in her. She don't. I even go back to when we was covering the debate. Uh, she made it very clear.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna walk over her. You ain't gonna out talk her, and you ain't gonna disrespect her. So, as a fellow soldier that
Well,
always says this, hey, America, buckle up, cause it's
man,
woo.
Mike Pence is a laid back guy. That man wasn't really trying to argue or have no debate with anybody. He's a really laid back type of guy. As a matter of fact, I believe he did attend the. I think he attended the inauguration, even though his former, I don't know if you want to say partner, boss, or what have you, didn't actually attend the inauguration. Like you
No, he
alluded to
left.
earlier, certain things that former presidents did. I mean, it's not necessary, but I guess Melania was supposed to give Jill Biden a tour of the Oval Office. That never happened. I guess you could say a lot of the symbolism, things that usually occur didn't occur.
The other thing that got brought up, why wouldn't the windows fix and stuff like that in the Capitol building? You had time. It's just like he delayed it on purpose to get the stuff done. And the news even commented on it. He had time to get this replaced and fixed
Hmm.
and chose not to.
Hmm.
Um, but if we vaguely remember, 4 years back, you said every wall in the White House had to be scrubbed and cleaned
Good
thoroughly.
luck with that. I mean, this is probably.
I'm telling you,
I mean,
I'm a firm believer, man. Okay, it's gonna come back, and you reap what you sow.
well,
Hey,
but let's be real. Let's be real. Okay. Um, we got to get the most out of Joe while you can, because I'm sorry, he is up there in age. I've said this before. I'm gonna continue to say it. If we told John McCain, a POW, that he wasn't allowed to run for president because he's too old or he couldn't handle the job, the stress on his heart, then I don't really think anybody close to his age probably be able to do it either. I'm just saying. Now, with that being said, we got Vice President, Harris and President Biden. They are in the building officially right now. And like we
yes,
alluded to earlier, I think there's like 11 to 15 presidential orders that have already been, executive orders, I guess you could say, that have already been issued to basically redo or undo a lot of the stuff Trump did put into place. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. You know what I mean? Maybe
yeah.
some of those
Time will
situations,
tell with all of that.
yeah, maybe some of those situations are situations where it's like, yo, we don't need to be involved in this and we just don't see it right now. So we got to that's why I said the first 100 days, you know what I mean? We'll see what pays dividends as far as the moves that he's made. But again, I don't see that again, fine. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I don't fully understand. So it's a little bit of research I have to do. But like the we're repealing, like Joe Biden has already repealed or kind of cut back a few things that like I said, Donald Trump is already did. Some stuff's good and some stuff I just genuinely don't really understand. So I'm trying to reserve judgment. But I will say, maybe this has happened before and I've never noticed it, But I was just shocked that, wow, not even, I don't know, 3 hours on the job, and it's already like, yeah, let me get the pen. Okay, let me just get this stuff. Let me sign this out. No, seriously, like, to a degree, it almost kind of makes you feel a little bit uneasy. Like, wow, he just literally came in and was like, all right, we're doing this differently now. That's it. You know.
Well, um, a lot of people say that's what's needed. It should not have been. They look at it. It shouldn't have been an announcement that you're going to go do something. Go do it. You have the highest title in the land.
Yeah,
We
but you're
should
also
not
a
have to
reality
be
TV
checking.
star.
Right, but we shouldn't have to be double checking of what you doing, or saying, oh, hey, he getting ready to do that.
Yeah.
No, President Biden said we'll go back to the boring ways, of how certain things have went, and it has actually brought greatness to this country. Now, like how you said, in these first 100 days, he's going to have to basically keep his word of the vaccines, how much that's getting pushed out. That's one. People looking at that very strongly. And then two, the other things you got to look at, how do we heal as a country?
Well,
Because you still got basically the left shoe and the right shoe. The right shoe right now feel totally disrespected and messed up because things went on. And a lot of people that wear their left shoe is steadily showing a privilege. This happens, things like this. We're not going to get in trouble. Because I'm sorry to say, 12 federal indictments. It was more than 12 people in that Capitol building. More than 12. So you going to try to tell me.
You're right.
You going to try to tell me you only decided to prosecute 12 people.
Yep.
When it was at least 30 people. At least 30.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But you said, oh, no. 12.
We gotta make an example out of somebody.
Yeah, and 12. It makes no sense. And then you still have these groups that, like how you said, threatened today, came out with a lot of stuff, and they're in wait. They're okay. No, we're gonna wait.
Well, that's if they that's if they really exist, because a lot of them just conveniently show up. Like when the narrative needs to be pushed, not when the narrative needs to be created, but when the narrative needs to be pushed, these people magically show up almost like they're deployed just to create the chaos that's going to further substantiate the point that's being trying to make, or that's trying to be made. Excuse me.
Yeah, but
I never heard of Antifa, so I don't know why all of a sudden it seems like Antifa's everywhere, but I never heard of them.
And it's a lot of things. It makes you wonder. Hey, are you being for real right now? Where'd you did you decide this was going to be the name on the way over to this thing?
I don't know. Because we never really figured out what Joe Biden's agenda was. I will say this, though, for everybody that's a little paranoid, at least we can say on day one, you can rest assured they're not taking your guns from
you. No, which hey, that's fine with me. That's okay.
I mean, no, but you're not taking people's guns anyway. You would just make it more difficult for them to get larger, size, higher ammo capacity and things of that nature, but rifles. But you're not taking people's handguns. You know what I mean? If you're walking around with a 50 cal in your pocket, they're not coming to get that.
No.
You know what I mean? They're not coming to get that.
I'm sure that's going to be relooked at. The other thing that I noticed they touched on is about the school reforms, the student loans, if it's still going to be forgiveness, small businesses like us, um, is that still going to be a high plus in and and stuff like that, which I do hope, they really look at it and still, honor or look at the fact that, small businesses are thriving right now, um, and stuff like that. I hope, but time will tell. I'm sorry, Black. I think you on mute a little bit. Got a little technical difficulty.
There you go. There you go. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Got kicked out of the meeting and rejoined.
Well, but honestly, I hope they do look at that and be like, okay, small businesses, they're thriving, they've been booming over the last decade. Let's keep it going. Give them people a little bit of help. But the one thing what I do like what he said, minimum wage, $15.
Well, yeah, people need to earn money.
Yes, because I like the fact that, to stay above the poverty line. Like, $15 is not too much to ask, because was it at, what is it now, 925, something like that, 875? I know it ain't in the teens. Yeah, and I know it ain't above 10. But yeah,
like what people supposed to do with that?
I look at it. If that's honest to giving truth gonna come to fact, that's gonna help a lot of people out. Hopefully, a lot of things what we see around this great country of homelessness, uh, people that need extra assistance and stuff like that. Hopefully, that helps that build that up. And then for once, hopefully it goes into a direction of us as Americans knowing trade.
Good luck with that.
True, but I'm just saying, you got so many young people out here looking at college debt to where, 1 year's what, 70,000?
And you want me to sign up for that?
Yeah. So why not learn a trade? Welding, construction, all these different type of minings, electricians, plumbing,
the trades industry.
Yeah, go back to some of the roots, because I'm quiet as it's kept. School ain't for everybody. I've come to realize that a lot more. School's not for everybody, but still, with these trades that you can learn with the computers, the plumbing, the electrician, all that good stuff, man. It will help out.
But wait. But at the same time, though, even if we big up small business, someone's still gonna have to go be, your mayor, your council member, your representative, your senator. So we still got to send people to college now. Let's not get this twisted. People still gonna need to go to college.
Right. I'm not saying don't abandon college at all, but I'm saying maybe finally it is finally going to be on equal playing field of everyone can say it's not like this no more. It's finally somewhat 50-50 to where it's good to go. So hopefully, like how you said, in these first 100 days, we're gonna see where it goes.
I mean, he's got the floor, so
yeah, and but time will tell how it all goes, and hopefully, as a country, we can all heal, we can all develop, and we can all become I'm not only better Americans, but better human beings as a total, because you know, being on the edge of another civil war
Bruh.
in this country for a second time, I'm sorry to say, no, no,
Should,
no, sir or ma'am.
shouldn't be on the
It
edge of
should,
that. That is treason. That is high
right.
treason.
It shouldn't have. It should have never came to. We right here walking that fine. It's like you walking, getting ready to head off the edge of the diving board, and you get right there, and then you tense up. We should have never been that close. But,
Wasn't ready for it. Fair
but
enough. Was not ready for it.
I will say this: the faith and the moral fiber of this country.
Is who?
No, I'm gonna say this because my buddy said this to me once again over the weekend, and it
Mm-hmm.
actually hit home.
Mm-hmm.
Stop judging us as people. Stop judging.
Good luck.
Yeah, true. But once again, like how he said, go by the character. It's not saying being naive, but go by the person's character and their merit of work of what they can bring to the table. Stop writing
But the
people
thing,
off so easy.
but the thing about it is, Scout, though, it's hard. It's becoming harder and harder to judge a person based on their character because, as messed up as it sounds, people are taking their political affiliation and allowing that to pollute their character.
True.
You know what I mean?
Well, with even saying that, you got to look at it as a country.
Mm-hmm.
This is the time for us to heal, to get back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say get back to our roots because that ain't the
hell
way.
no! You seen the movie Roots? I seen the movie Roots. We ain't trying to get back to
Yeah,
that.
yeah, not get back to that, but to get
No,
back
hell no.
to get back to being decent and upstanding human beings, to where the world don't just look at us as, they're gonna cause problems, but go back to that. To no, they gonna solve problems, and they gonna treat no matter who you are with dignity and respect. So,
Well, that's the ideal world, bro. Good luck with that.
hey, faith and prayer works a lot. So
Sure, sure. Them people up there
that's
on
what
Capitol Hill evil from both sides, man. I don't know if it's enough prayer and holy
I'm,
water that can wash away them sins.
I'm not gonna say everybody up in them offices believe in that. It's like how you said it'll take a lot, but
And we're not trying to paint nobody with a broad brush either. You know what I mean?
no, we're not. But if they honestly sit and just think for a moment, you got to come to the same common ground. That's the only
Mm-hmm.
way as a country we're going to heal. Forget all about the he said, she said, the harsh words, everything else. Yes, I understand that did hurt. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying brush it underneath the rug, but to go forward, put your best foot forward. Stop saying and throwing out empty promises and things of that nature.
So
Actually
you're
show
basically saying
it.
stop being a Republican. Okay, sure. Good luck with that. Nah, I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you.
but still, show your best foot forward. And with that, we're going to say to President Biden and Vice President Harris,
Congratulations.
yes, congratulations.
But
You are
please
official.
understand. But please understand. Please understand. Mr. President and Mrs. Vice President, please understand. There is a large contingency of people in this country that didn't necessarily vote for you out of supporting you, but I believe because they couldn't stand the guy who had the job before you. So with that being said, whatever actions you take from today, whatever actions you guys take from today, just understand it's going to be scrutinized a little bit more because you were the one that kind of, you know what I mean, appealed to the movement that was going on in our country, you know, the voices of the downtrodden. But at the same time, the promises that you made that people, believe you are going to come through on. If you do not come through on those promises, those same constituents, those same people, they are not going to be complacent as times of old where people are like, oh well, maybe. No, 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 no. They're going to demand immediate action. So if you
Lord
guys are
have
not
mercy on
ready
your
for
soul.
that, whoo boy.
Lord have mercy on your soul. That's what we're gonna say.
Yeah,
But
people rock with y'all. The people rock with y'all to spite. As soon as you stop doing what they like, you'll see what I mean. It is
once
what it is.
again, yes, once again, congratulations. And once them clocks reset, me and Black will still be here.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We ain't going
But
nowhere.
understand this. Y'all underneath a fine microscope.
What?
And
What?
but everybody, I'm gonna say this in closing. Love your fellow man and woman. Stop all this bickering and fighting for no apparent reason. If you don't like nobody, we can understand. That's your God given right in your opinion. But still, you
Apparently.
do not you do not have to be ignorant or dumb. You can still show that you're human and show the right thing.
Let's hope they
Good night,
remember that.
everybody. Yeah,
Night,
hopefully.
y'all.